Jake Browning, Jake the Snake Browning, has officially 100% captured the best winning percentage of any backup quarterback in Cincinnati Bengals history. By the way, a little side note here. Someone asked about Jeff Blake. He was a starter at one point, by the way. So all the guys you see on this list here, all of them were glorified 100% backups. So if you were a starter at one point, then you became a backup, or you were a backup at one point and became a starter, I don't list you as a backup. I'm listing players who were simply just backups, never starters, never, out there as the number one quarterback, was always the number two option, but potentially, again, like I said, got the ability to be the number one in times of injuries or benching or whatever the case, right? I'm not benching, but, just injuries. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about, guys like that. So Ken Anderson, for example, was a backup at one point. No, he's not the guy I'm talking about. Neither is Smith. Neither is a couple other guys, too. So just a little key tip there. It's just the players who were actually backups in their careers. Jake Browning now has a 75% win percentage with the Cincinnati Bengals. He's 3-1 in his career with the Bengals. He is 5th ranked for passing yards of all time for the Cincinnati Bengals backups with 1,248 yards. He officially surpassed A.J. McCarron with his last game, who obviously A.J. is number 10 here. He also has 7 touchdowns, which is ranked tied with number 5. 5th ranked touchdown passes in Bengals history. Interceptions, he has 3 now after this interception this week, which now ranks him at number 3 for all-time interceptions. And win percentage at 75%, which of course marks him down as the winniest, most wins, best win percentage, most clutch backup quarterback in Cincinnati Bengals history. And again, like I said before, is just absolutely insane how he is going on that Linsanian run where he is just unstoppable right now, it seems like. I mean, even in this game, you look at the game today. First half, 88 yards. He looked awful. It was trash. It looked like we weren't going to win that game. The second half, 230 yards. 230 yards in that second half. And he also scored, 3 touchdowns? 3 touchdowns in the second half. Man, if this isn't a special year and a special team and a special everything. Now we lost DJ Reader for a season. Cam Taylor-Britt cannot come back into the Chiefs game. And we are fighting every single possible, negative force in the universe right now, it feels like, trying to stop us from getting to a Super Bowl. And every time they try to stop us, we flip the script and we come back and we do something special. And the funny thing is here, so Jake Browning right now is 5th ranked in passing yards, right? He could easily, and I mean easily, beat number 4. Number 4 is 1,700 yards. He could easily beat that number. He has the Steelers game, the Chiefs game, and the Browns game. If he has 250 yards each game, that's 750 right there. And that's going to put him at 1,900 on the year, which is going to beat number 4 easily. Number 3, yeah, it's going to beat number 3 too. So he could beat number 3. Number 2, if he has a couple of 300-yard games, if he has a couple of 300-yard games, he could finish as the second most passing yards as a backup in Bengals history. If, again, he does go ahead. And John Kitna was also the other guy that's not on this list here, because he was a backup but also a starter at one point. John Kitna, Jeff Blake, and also Smith. Anyway, though, so he could finish as number 2 in passing yards. For passing touchdowns, he could easily take number 1. He could easily take number 1 in the 3 games he has left. Obviously, it's going to be difficult. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if he gets 2 touchdowns every game moving forward for the last 3 games, he's going to have what? 3. Wait, hang on. 4 plus 2 is 13, which is going to tie him for number 1. If he has 1 more touchdown, so 1 game with 3 touchdowns like today, and then 2 touchdowns, he'll have 14, and he'll easily be able to take number 1. For interceptions, let's pump the brakes here. Number 3 is the best he's ever going to get because he can't have less interceptions. And then win percentage, he's going to continue to have the best win percentage possible. And for wins, if he does go 6-1, which is the next 3 games he wins, he will have the second most wins. Second most on the win column. Yeah, second most behind Turk as on the win column here. So he's going to continue to break these records. He's going to continue to be better and better as time goes on. And it's crazy to say this too. It's like we watched today. We watched this team that looked like it was absolutely done, destroyed. We saw it in the Vikings. We saw it in the Titans game earlier this season. We've seen it in other games earlier this season. The Texans game too. But obviously we came back in the Texans game too. But we've seen these moments where it's like, feels like everything is done with. We're over. It's gone. We lost. We have nothing to fight for. And Jake Browning did it. Jake Browning brought us back. And we won. And he's continuing to make his name and his record set for this backup quarterback position. It sucks too because every week is 1 week closer to him going to another team as a starting quarterback somewhere. And to be honest, he deserves it. He really does. I would love to have him as a backup for Joe for the foreseeable future and always have that plan B option with Jake Browning. But even if that's the case and he's not, plan B, man, I hope wherever he goes, I'm going to get his jersey. I'm going to get his jersey wherever he goes, no matter what team. I hope he doesn't go with the Steelers or goes with the Browns or the Ravens. But any other team, I'll get his jersey. Don't go to the Patriots either. I hate the Patriots. But go to any other team, and I'll get your jersey, and I'm going to root for you no matter what, man. Because one thing you've proven to us is that just because you lose quarterback for the season doesn't mean the season's over. Doesn't mean the season is all she wrote. Doesn't mean you have to scrap it up, pack your bags, and go home. You have proven that with all the negatives in losing a quarterback for the season, there could be somewhat of a bright light that you're able to come back and figure things out and continue going toward your Super Bowl goal like every team makes starting off the season. Jake Browning from Who Dey Nation, thank you. Thank you for everything you have done. Who Dey out.